Hey, good morning. Don't know who's here, who's watching, any of that. I am just sitting here crocheting away. Uh-oh. Kind of messed up. There we go. All right, let me bring this down a little bit. Sorry. There we go. I don't know why that's doing that. There we go. Hello to anybody watching. Give it a few. Okay. But I've just been working on stuff to keep my mind busy. Going through a flare-up, so just wanted to come live and see what everybody's up to this morning. Messed up. What did I do? Good morning, Lisa, sweetheart. Let me see if audio's coming through. Sorry. Okay, it is. Alrighty. Just do that. I'm pretty sure not many people are awake right now. It's early. I've been awake since I woke up on the 23rd. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any sleep until probably tomorrow, just because of my leg. Oh, it'll be Christmas Day where you are. Nice. I don't know. This is not looking right. What I'm trying to do here. I am working on trying to do an easy way for Tunisian crochet kaleidoscope. And good morning, Jamie, from Colombia. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Okay, I'm just trying, like, it's coming out good. Just right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm messing up at a certain spot, and it's hard for me to see where I am messing up. But I have a friend, let me see where he lives in Australia, because he showed the picture. Let's see. There it is. I'm not 100% positive. He lives in Perth, and he was showing the picture of it being like 40, maybe 41 Celsius there in Perth. That's hot. Today here where I live, it is supposed to be let me see something. Oh no, I just hit a hook. Oh no, Michael, that's wrong. It's supposed to be 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius where I live. Hi, Tony. And that's, yeah, it's pretty warm here for Christmas and our winter. And this whole week, I mean, yesterday we hit 81 Fahrenheit, which is what, 27 Celsius. Because today, Christmas Eve, 77. Christmas Day, 77, 70s. And then all of a sudden we go from Saturday from 80 degrees down to 50 in a day. Hi, Nikki. Just stopping by to say hello and happy holidays. Hello and happy holidays to you as well, sweetheart. Panda has to work here in a few hours, just for a few hours today. And then he is off until I don't know when. I don't remember when he's off till. Okay, come on. But thank you, Tony. I like the blanket. It's sitting over here in the recliner. It's a big blanket. It ended up being real big. It ended up being bigger than the one I made for Bag of Days animal auction. I didn't intend for it to be that big, but it did come out that big. And yeah, I just didn't intend for it to be that big. I'm going to check something. I'm going to see if I can turn it off because this is annoying right now. Okay. I don't like that view. That gives y'all fish eyes. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to. Let's go here. Let's see what that does. Nope. Okay, sorry. I was trying to turn off the auto tracking on this thing, and I didn't like what it did. Good morning, Maureen. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. It is very heavy, Tony. I can't get the weight because it's too big for me to. I don't have a box big enough to put it in, so I could get a weight. But it's a heavy blanket. It's a warm one. And it's 100 inches or 8.5 feet square. Hey, good morning, Wendy. Uh-oh, Michael didn't do what he would normally do. But it's a heavy blanket, but I really just rolled with it because I had a plan. I had a meaning behind the blanket, and it came out the way I envisioned. But I've been working on a Tunisian, it's kind of hard to hold up, but kaleidoscope. And I'm having some issues, and I think I know what those issues are. But that it's counteracted by just steaming it. I used a 4-weight Maureen for that blanket a lot. I believe it was like I think it was like 10,000 yards. So it's a big blanket, but yeah, I used about 10,000 yards. I can get the math. I need to find a regular skein of. Do I have a label? No. Oh, okay. Because I used about 10,000-ish yards. So let's do some math real quick. It's right there. 10,471 divided by 380. 27 balls of Big Twist. And Big Twist, these balls weigh 6 ounces. So 6 ounces clear. We'll just say 28 because it went over a little bit. Let's go ounces to pounds. And how many did I say that was? 160. Dang. About 10.5 pounds, give or take. Yeah, I really did want it. And for this, I'm using Hirschner's for the kaleidoscope that I'm messing around with. What did I just do with my hook? Oh, and it's a kit, and I really had no plans because it comes with these 3 colors, which is like a blue and a yellow and an orange, and one more, but it has a I don't really like this variegated. It comes with a variegated and the colors, and that's what I just did the center square out of, and it actually kind of faded really cool into it, and I'm like I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to get the concept because the way I'm doing it, the kaleidoscopes have been done, but they do it in Tunisian, they just do it by changing color. I'm trying to do it a totally different way. Hey, Ricky. I'm trying to do it a whole total different way of a true kaleidoscope. And I keep running into a little bit of a bowing issue, but I think that's just because I am like, you're working kind of against the grain. Like the rows go back here like this, and then I'm adding, these rows, and they're going sideways, and the rows are wider than a stitch. So that's my issue, is the rows are wider than the stitch, and no matter what hook I go up to, the rows are still going to be wider than the stitch. So what I ended up doing to help counter the bowing is going all the way around in the color that I'm moving to next, and doing a single crochet all the way around. So that kind of forces me to be able to change, and force the change, I guess you could call it. So good morning. Yeah, I'm right, Ivy. And yes, Wendy, it really is. Hi, good morning, Ricky. A fiery sunset against that orange with like I like the orange in it. This has a red in it. I wish the pack would have had a red too, but it's Hirschner's. I have some other colors sets that I have in there that I want to use for, excuse me, an Apache Tears that I want to do. Good morning, Michelle. I was thinking of using a 308 when I get settled. I have some yarn that I have been saving for special projects. When I saw the Jubilee, the yarn said, "That's me." Hey, it's a time consuming. It took me 5.5 weeks to do the holiday jamboree. But that's also, I don't sleep a lot. Because I'm always 24 to 48 hours at times I'm awake, which I think this is going to be a 48-hour time. And that's all I do is just crochet. But that blend, see, this is what it's annoying me. I am so sorry about all the jumping. I don't know how to, like, I can turn it off, but it turns into a fisheye, and I don't like the fisheye. Good morning, Margie. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Beatrice. That fisheye is annoying. So is this moving, but okay, I need to figure out where I. But they have some darker color sets that I have, that I wanted to use for Tunisian Apache's Tears, and what was the other one? Navajo diamond pattern that I have in mind. I have the door in here closed. It's going to probably get warm in here. because I have the door in here closed, so that way I don't wake Panda up, because he's got to be that is getting really annoying. He's got to be up in about an hour. I'm trying to work up a, what is this called? Kaleidoscope, a true Tunisian kaleidoscope. I'm working it up so that way I can have everything, all the difficulties worked out before I actually film the tutorial. Good. The thing that's fighting this whole entire pattern is, you're changing angles when you're doing your stitches. Well, with Tunisian, our stitches are wider than the row you're going into, so it creates a little bit of a bowing effect, not by much, but a little bit. But that, I've already steamed it to see if it'll work, get it out, and it does. But that's what I am working on right now. And there's going to be curl with it because it's just Tunisian, and I'm just trying to work out all the little baby kinks. I've tried 3 different ways to do the kaleidoscope effect, and this is the only one that worked well. The other one way I tried, what was a join as you go, and you just build up, and it didn't know. No. Maureen, and it will be one of those type of projects. By the time it starts getting cold again, you'll have it pretty well good enough to where it's covering you. The only thing that I didn't like about the blanket, and that's, it is what it is, it's in the round, is doing the forward pass, and then you still have to flip it to do the return pass since it's in the round. And that was the only, once it gets so big, it gets a little annoying to do that. But otherwise, it was, back in August when I was messing around with it, I had maybe 2 sections of the thing thought up. So pretty much when I was making it and filming it is when I was making it up as I went. I had the basis of what I wanted. The basis was a Christmas tree. You had the present, tree skirt, the tree, the ornaments, the tinsel lights, and the star. Well, that's each section, and that's what I broke it down that way, and that's what I wanted, and came out exactly like I wanted. I did use up some yarn that I didn't want to use up, but it fit the project perfectly, so I had to use it. I can't get the yarn no more because it was certain big twist yarns. That is getting annoying. I don't think I'll be doing a live with StreamYard again until I can figure this out. I'll just go straight from my iPad. But I was going to try to film some stuff this week, but when I did my live on the 22nd, I knew a flare-up was coming on, and normally within 6 to 12 hours of the tell signs, I usually am going into one, but it didn't come on until earlier today after I woke up, and I felt it starting to kick in, so I went and did some errands. I got Panda addicted to a certain new candy bar, and at the time I only found 2 when I got them because I've never seen them before, so I didn't know if he was going to like them or not, so I only bought 2. Well, he ended up loving them. They're a new Hostess candy bar that's Twinkie. Good morning, Magic Frog, and he loved them. So I had to go grab me some pain meds, and then I was like, well, I'm going to stop at this store and see if they have them, and they had them. So I got him a mess ton of them this time, and he likes them. I had a piece of one. I'm not a big on sweets, but I had a piece of one, and it does taste like just like a freaking Twinkie. And I'm just not a big sweets person. That's just like, I don't really care for sweets. I just don't. Magic Frog, right? I'm always up. I mean, I don't sleep. I just got through watching Bag of Days Nerdy Crocheter new video, and I was sitting here working on this. House is quiet. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go live. It's because I don't know how I feel, so I don't know whenever I'm gonna go live again. So I might as well just go live when I can. Let me see if I got a picture here for you. I know I took a picture so I could. There it is. I did take a picture. Okay. There you go. That's the candy bar that he loves now. So and then that blue thing that was underneath there was uh I like Twizzlers, but I don't mind red vines, but I was at that store when I got those two, and they had red vines on sale for $5 for a big bucket. So I went ahead and grabbed some. I mean, they're sitting in the living room. I eat like 2 or maybe 3 a day, if that. I prefer like more flavorful. I just don't prefer sweets. Exactly, Maureen. And then the other thing too, I try to always make my stuff with built-in borders, because I feel trying to do a border after the fact with Tunisian is just it's another annoyance, unless it's like, a border that is actually going to really add to it. And like with Ruby's Dream, I put the Pico border on it. If it's going to add to it, yes. But if it's not going to add anything to it, I try to just do a built-in border. And that's with the Holiday Jamboree. The things what I used to divide each section was that stitch pattern I created, the knotted ridge, and the knotted ridge. I just think it's pretty, and it fit into it perfectly. And that's the last section, and that's technically the border. And well, it depends, Wendy. For the built-in borders, what I normally just use for a built-in border is I'll do 5, depending on what my pattern is. I'll do between 5 to 10 rows of like the reverse stitch, because the reverse stitch is an anti-curling stitch. Same with the purl. I don't really care for the purl, unless I'm doing the honeycomb. I don't really care for the purl or my knotted ridge, but the reverse stitch and the purl stitch are anti-curler. So I try to add between 5 to 10 rows of reverse stitch, as well as I try to keep it equal, so 5 to 10 stitches on the sides of it too. Hey, Fuzzy Butt. And it adds some texture, the reverse stitch does, but it also adds that anti-curling. You don't have to worry about blocking it where you do with a lot of the others. And I try to do blankets like that, so you don't have to worry about washing and blocking it. You could just do it, and pretty much kind of like that Ronco thing, set it and forget it. Magic Frog. That's funny. But yeah, because, and I get asked that all the time. Tanisha, it curls. What do I do with the curl? Nothing you can really do with it until you're done with your project. You know, so why stress? Why worry about something that you can't deal with until afterwards? And I got asked earlier today, how can you tell? It was on a Facebook. How can you tell if you skipped a stitch? One way I do it, it may sound weird when I tell you, but I take the project. If you can count, if you're not counting, you can kind of tell if you're missing a stitch if you're counting. But if you're not counting, take the project, hold it back from you, and kind of cross your eyes till you get that little start of the blur. As soon as you get that, then look at your project. That missing stitch is going to stand the heck out. Hey, Steve's girl. How are you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. But yeah, I know that sounds weird, holding a project back and then kind of starting to cross your eyes till you get that blur, and then just look at your project with that blur. That missed stitch is going to stand out. It will stand out. Magic Frog. He didn't like that, did he? It's like, I'm getting warm up in here, and the heater decided to kick on. And then I got soda, water, and coffee over here. I'm trying a new creamer that I wanted to try. And I don't really drink coffee all that often, but I wanted to try a new creamer that I saw, and it was a butterbeer creamer. Oh, I am so sorry, sweetheart. Hopefully you're feeling better. We're doing all right. You know, Panda goes in, I believe it's the 27th. He goes in for an MRI for his whole back, upper and lower, so we can find out what is actually going wrong and what's wrong and how are we going to be able to fix it. Because we just don't know. He's missed a lot of work. I've got 80 cakes of Lucky Brand bamboo I'm going to have to put up on Etsy to help out a little bit. I mean, I don't have to, but I just want to be ahead of the game. What part of that name did you see and say that sounds yummy? I wanted to just try it, and it actually, it's butterscotchy. The butterbeer, no, it's not butterbeer. Yeah, it's the butterbeer, the Harry Potter butterbeer. Um, it's more butterscotchy. I don't know. I'd like to try new things, and I actually like it because the coffee I use well, we have pods, of course, but the cinnamon roll. That's the coffee. When I drink coffee, that's the coffee I will drink. I love that flavor. And most of the time, I add Italian sweet cream to it. But this with the cinnamon roll coffee actually tastes really darn good together. It actually tastes really darn. I'm not a butterscotch fan. I don't mind butterscotch. Heck, most of the time I'm sitting here when I do have candy, it's the Werther's Originals. And it really does. I was afraid I was going to wake up Panda because he hasn't slept. He took a nap yesterday or whatever, around 5. I think it was around 3 p.m. And then I started cooking dinner, and that's what woke him up at 5. And then he has to be at work at 8 this morning, but he couldn't go to sleep. He went to bed around midnight like he normally does. Or no, it was 11 when he went to bed. I get up to go to the restroom at 1:30, and I can still hear him on his phone. So I know he didn't get much sleep. So I wanted the coffee, and then I'm like, I don't want to wake him up, but I want the coffee. I think that's just the name of it. It is a butterscotch flavor. I just think it's kind of the name that they're playing off of for Harry Potter, for, to sell marketing stuff. Because I don't really get adventurous on I get what I like and just continuously get what I like. I don't have a chance to be adventurous because my husband's eats like a darn 3-year-old. So don't really get to go out and explore different foods, because we go to an Italian restaurant, the first thing he's looking for, I'm being dead serious, the first thing he looks for on that menu is chicken strips. And if they don't have chicken strips, he looks for a hamburger. I'm like, you're at an Italian restaurant. What are you doing looking for a hamburger? Good morning, Amber. Running on little to no sleep is really, really hard. I totally understand it, Steve Girl. 24 to 48 hours is usually how often I'm awake, and then I'll sleep for 12, and then I'm back up for 24 to 48 hours. It's just I don't get a lot of sleep. A lot of it too is the pain meds. The pain meds are uppers to me, so they keep me awake. So when I go to sleep, I'm laying in there for a good 2 hours before I actually doze off. Okay, Lisa, you have a good night. Good morning, Sherry. And good morning, Ellen. How are you? Baggy Day mentioned you in her newest Nerdy Crochet video. You inspired her to buy something. Strange taste to a Scandinavian. I'm just like, Panda can drink his coffee black, or he'll add maybe a little bit of creamer to it. I can't. No. Yeah, that's exactly what it is too, Ivy. That's what they do to me. They keep me wide awake, and then they stop you up. But with these, it's about the only thing that kind of helps with the CRPS flare-ups. And the spinal cord stimulator does work, but when it goes into regular flare-ups, it can handle regular flare-ups. But then when I goes into a major flare-up, like the one I had in August, that's what I think is coming on again, is it made it feel like I was having my knee operated on right then and there and everything. So what was it that good morning, Karen. So when it goes into those major flare-ups, it can only go so far and help with the pain, and I have to have some help to help cover the rest. And that's where the pain meds come in. And that's what I'm on right now, because I can tell when it's going to be a major flare-up, because with this leg, or at least with my right leg, because it starts out as I broke my toe, and then the pain moves up and feels like I broke my leg, and then it starts going into I can feel something sharp going against my knee, and it hasn't gotten to the cutting aspect yet, but I can feel that, and that's when I know it's going to be the major one. So I just started taking them because I know what's coming. And if I can, this time around, now that I know what to expect, I can stay ahead of it. Where when it first hit, I had no idea what was going on, and we couldn't get ahead of it. And I actually had to go to the emergency room to get a little help so I could get ahead of it. Oh, Southern butter pecan. Ooh, I got one in the freezer right now. I bought Panda his chocolate, something that chocolate brownie pie that he likes. I got me a plain cheesecake, and then I got a butter pecan pie. That's because we're doing Puerto Rican food for Christmas, so I just went ahead and grabbed some pies. See, I used to be able, Wendy, I used to make all that stuff myself. But then when my legs started doing their thing, it's like, if I can't put it in the air fryer or the slow cooker, I don't cook it. I can't do it. Hi, Vicky. The standing now is just, I can't do no more. And so if I can't put it in either one of those two, 9 times out of 10, I won't cook it because I can't. We use the heck out of that air fryer though. And the slow cooker or a crock pot, whatever you want to call it. And I just heard Panda. Merry Christmas, Amber, in 18 months. Goodness gracious. Wow. I try, and Wendy, I try not to overdo it, but like on the few days, whenever I have a good day, I do overdo it because like I need to get out there and, Panda keeps saying he'll go to the store for me. He can get all this stuff, but I like to do it because it. It gives me a reason to get out of the house too, as well as gives me the exercise that I need. About every hour and a half, I do get up and I walk, and I'll go outside. I'll walk back and forth, just thinking of projects and whatever else I can think of to do, crochet wise. And even though it does hurt, I do it because it's about the only exercise I'm getting. So I need, so on the good days, I do overdo it by doing all the errands and everything. And I know Panda gets on to me too about it. But it's like I do it because I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it again. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to get out and do what I want to do because of that reason. Good morning, Andrea Olajo. Hope you're doing well, and Merry Christmas. But yeah, I do love this color orange. This color orange I'm working with right now. It is a Hirschner's, but it's called Blaze. I do like this color a lot. Yeah, exactly, Ricky. I know there's going to be a time in the near future. I already know it, that I'm going to have a scooter. But until that time comes, I'm going to do my darndest to do it by myself. And when that time comes, it's just, yeah, it's just the day I'm not looking forward to. And I know it's going to be a lot sooner than later. That is a pretty shade of orange. Yes, Wendy, exactly. Like I did have plans for this set or these packages, but I could never get the idea to work out pattern or just work out, period. And then so I had to scrap that idea, and that's whenever I was like, well, I'm sitting here, I need to figure out the Tunisian kaleidoscope. I'm going to use it. Good morning, Margaret, sweetheart. And I need to see what the heck I just did on this row. Give me one moment, because I think I messed up. No, I didn't. There we go. 1, 2, and then through 2, and then this, and then we go. Come on, come on. There we go. And then through. The only bad thing about this is there's a lot of ends, but it's coming together. It's just the bowing effect I got to figure out. And this is just a prototype, but looks like I got boobies. It's just the bowing effect. I need to figure out an easier. The simple stitch is tight, which I think that's what's causing my issue. Plus, the way you go from going the rows this way and then you're doing the rows this way, that's what's causing a lot of it. But this is helping me figure things out, so when I do the actual tutorial, I'll I'll be able to get it worked out right. I'm sure everybody's mind went there. I do like the colors are playing really well together. It's just the Tunisian's not wanting to play in this pattern, and I'm trying to force it to play, but that's not working out well because it still keeps bowing. And I've tried different ways. I've tried an extended return pass. Extended return pass was too fluffy or ruffly. I tried an extended stitch, and it made it even tighter, which is weird. Then right now I did a round of single crochet to see instead of working into the actual side of each row, working into the single crochet. It cut down on a lot of the bowing, but it's still bowing. So I need to figure out why. And that's the part that's been driving me nuts most of the day since around 5 p.m. yesterday. Is the bowing. I've done this thing like 12 times already. I take it apart, redo it, take it apart, redo it, trying to get the bowing to stop, and it's gotten less each time. It's just not wanting. Tunisian's just not wanting to play with this, and I think that's 90% of the problem is because it's Tunisian crochet. It's not wanting to play. Because I want to do it this way. I want to do the kaleidoscope the way crochet kaleidoscopes are done. It's just like I said, the simple stitch does not want to play. And I've tried other stitches, and none of them really want to play. Some stitches actually make it tighter, and some make it way too loose. So I'm just trying to find a happy medium that will work. Blocking did help, because when I got done with the yellows section, I blocked it. It did help, but then when I'm putting the orange on, it creates the bow again. So it is blocking would stop it, but a lot of it too, like I said, it's the way that, because a stitch or a row, because you're working into like here, go here. This is a row, right? And then you're hooking in this foundation row, the yellow, into the edges of each row. Well, a row is wider than a stitch, and that's where a lot of the tightness is coming from, and that's where I'm trying to alleviate, and that's what's causing the bow. Is a row is wider than a stitch, So I've been trying to like rack my head. Blocking worked, but you know, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Maureen, is since steaming worked, it's just probably one of those it's just gonna have to be blocked. You will have to block it in the morning, or in the morning when you're done. It will have to be blocked. It's just the nature of Tunisian, and that's what's annoying me, because I try to make it as unblockable as possible so people don't have to block. It would have been a lot worse if I didn't put the single crochet all the way around the border every time I go to change colors, because that single crochet is actually helping. But it helps, you know me, I'm just trying to make things like as easy as possible. Good morning, Erica, how are you? But I do like the way these colors are really playing together, and yeah, Amber, I've done that too. I've even done to where every other stitch was a double stitch into the spot to help maybe, give it a little bit more give, but that was still too much. An extended return pass was too much, and it was driving me nuts. So, I've been, like I said, I've been working on this, trying to get it to unbow, and I've gotten a lot of the bowing out, and the where I'm at right now is with the single crochets are helping, where they've taken, I want to say that the single crochets themselves took out about 60% of the bow. But it's going to be one of those you're going to have to block. If you want it, you're going to have to block it. Yeah, good, Karen. I've done every little thing I can think of to help loosen, but it's just the way you're working into the edge. Yeah, you're fighting against each section is kind of fighting against the Tunisian angle. You're going this way, and then you put it in another one, and you're going this way with the next section, so that they're just kind of fighting against each other. And that's the issue that I've been trying to alleviate. But I do know, steaming did fix it. So it's just going to be one of those that you're going to have to block in order to get. And then after that, once you wash it and then steam it, it'll be set. Because I've been sitting here purposely messing it up so that way I can see how much of a bow it is still creating, and it's gone down a lot. But these colors are just fantastic together. I like the way that they're playing. But yeah, because see, when you lay it flat, it doesn't really bow. It's just, yeah, but it's coming out pretty. I think the colors are working really well together, but it has a lot of tails. So what are y'all plans this morning? I got to lay out some pork so I can do pork fried rice today. We're going to have Asian tonight. I'm making pork fried rice, General Tso's chicken, egg rolls, and steamed dumplings, because I love steamed dumplings. Yeah. I'll be catching your live right after Panda leaves, so I want to talk to him and stuffs. Probably going to be baking all day, bread and stuff. Yeah. Oh, open house with Appies tonight. Nice. We had like finger food the other night. I didn't really feel like cooking, so I let the air fryer do the cooking, and it was pretty much air, anything I could put in the air fryer. We had taquitos, we had burritos, and I believe it's who the company. I don't know which company it is now. They have. Let me see. Who has it? Old El Paso has these stuffed nacho bites. Oh my gosh. The stuffed nacho bites are fantastic. We had that. Ooh. See, that's what I'm cooking. I got to lay out here in a little bit is our pork shoulder because I'm doing a pernil, which is a Puerto Rican pork shoulder, and that's what we're having for Christmas. Oh, I went grocery shopping like Friday because I knew I stocked up on everything I could think of we would need because I did not want to go to the store anytime this week. God help me, I need to go to Walmart to finish up. Oh my gosh, girl, especially right today. Ooh, I pity. I mean, y'all got more patience than I do trying to go to the store today. Nope. The Schwan man, I remember. But those stuffed nachos, I keep saying what I was going to do, and I didn't do them this time, was cook the stuffed nachos and literally make, taco meat and get nacho cheese and turn the stuffed nachos into nachos. And then Panda's like, you're showing your fatness when you want to do that, Michael. You know that, right? Oh, we're just chilling for Christmas since I am the only one not having high. Oh, Ricky. Just a thought. Could you do what you are doing row by row color work like tapestry style? You could. You could do this as a tapestry where you're just changing colors to do the kaleidoscope work. But I wanted to do something, one, I wanted something complicated to keep my mind going. Two, um, Craig, Fiber Spider, mentioned doing, a proper Tunisian kaleidoscope. Could I figure it out? Which I did. I mean, I know it's easy to do these sections, but it was I took it as a kind of a challenge to do it this way. Did my shopping over the weekend. Don't want people today. People, I know, crazy this time of year, and heavy rains. Yeah, see, like I just went to the convenience store, and then I went to a vape shop yesterday to get kratom. Because I take that when I'm not taking my pain pills, because it helps keep the edge off. And it kind of works in conjunction with my pain pill. When it gets so bad, I can just take one of those and then the pain pill, and it works wonders together. And then I went to another supermarket that wasn't busy, which got me. They weren't really all that busy, and I was just going in for a soda and to see if they had the candy bars for Panda, and they did. I don't trust them to pick. See, that's me too, Steve's girl. I don't trust here. I don't trust the people that are that are shopping, picking the groceries to be to bring out to your car. I don't trust these because I have seen what they have put in carts when I'm walking by. I have seen what they picked up. They've picked up stuff that shouldn't be on the shelf. When it comes to, like, especially the fresh veggies and stuff, I can't have somebody pick that stuff, or fresh meats. I know I can't have somebody pick that stuff for me. I have to pick it myself. And truthfully, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually going to the store for one or two things, and I walk out with a cart full because I see something. I'm like, ooh, meal. Ooh, there's a meal. Ooh, there's that. So I'm usually grabbing 5 or 6 meals on the fly, so I can never make a list because I don't know the mood I'm going to be in. Yeah, I mean, I've I've been told I should do the whole pickup thing, but it's like, one, that's my exercise, and still helps me feel kind of useful, and two, it's just I don't trust nobody picking out anything, and half the, like, I've seen the stuff they even substitute. It's like, I don't. Yeah, I can only imagine. These girl, 3 teenage boys. Yeah, I was a fat kid. I really was. My nickname was Butterball. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. I wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I hopefully maybe I'll see y'all before New Year's. I will be out and about on the street, YouTube channels, watching people and everything, because that's all I do. That or watch movies. But I'm getting to where there's not a lot of good movies out to watch. But I want you all to have a great day. Enjoy your family and be safe. Just be safe. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.